It also says notice, see reverse side for important legal rights and information. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So each collection letter has to have something that the credit industry calls mini Miranda rights. And this is the consumer's federal and state laws. Right up here above, they do have that. It says, we are required under state law to notify consumers of the following rights. This does not contain a complete list of rights consumers have under state and federal law. So it's not a complete list, it's just the list that tells the consumer what they are allowed to do according to the collection agency's eyes. You know, they don't want to say everything, but they want to make the consumer feel warm and fuzzy like they have the power, when really they really do. But it's more of a intimidation tactic. You know, because they, listen to what it says. It says, unless you dispute the validity of this debt or any portion thereof within 30 days after receipt of this notice, we shall assume the debt to be valid. So right then and there it says, chances are, I mean, to be honest, chances are a lot of our debt is our debt. I mean, and we know that, and that's okay. So by them putting federal law or state law on there, by law they have to do that, but the reason, that's not the only reason why they do that. The reason why the second reason why they do that is as a like an intimidation, and I said that a few minutes ago. So the chances of a consumer actually writing a letter disputing the validity of the debt when they know it's theirs is kind of a scare tactic, and they kind of, ooh, you know, no, I know that that's mine. Well, yeah, I mean, that may be true, but I mean, we know the debt is probably ours, and that's okay, but that, you know, these companies, these collection companies still have to follow, you know, process and guidelines in federal and state law. So let's read a little bit more of this. It says, if you notify us in writing of your dispute within this 30-day period, we will obtain verification of the debt or a copy of a judgment against you, and mail a copy of such verification or judgment to you. So they'll not only verify it, but they'll also mail you a copy. All right. Upon your written request within the 30-day period, we will provide you with the name and address of the original creditor if different from the current creditor. Now they're going to come back and say, you know, well, we've already provided you a debt validation, and we sent you this invoice. You know, we sent you the invoice. This is it, and see if I can cover this up again. This is it, and you know, this is the invoice. This is the debt validation. That's not true. You know, it does have the creditor name, it does have the account number, and it does have the address for my client, the total, and the date. That's fine, but there's some things that if I wanted to press on them, that I would, and really I'm disputing the validity of the debt. So when I work with my client and we go through and we structure a debt validation letter to this collection company to validate some specific items, you know, I want to know what they have from the original creditor. I want them to go back to the original creditor and verify that the account number has not changed. I want to verify the amount that the original creditor is reporting to them, and I want proof of that, because I'm not just going to pay anything, and I want to catch them on violations. That's my ultimate goal. So having said that, that's the route that we're going to take, and during that validation period, we're also going to contact Garland Utilities and ask them what they have, because I want to know what they have, and I want to show my client what, you know, basically, hey, prove to me, Garland Utilities, of the information that you have. If they don't have the information, and chances are with utilities, it is a sold debt, so they don't even know what the amount is, or they may have half the account number, they may have some wrong information, we don't know, but that's what we're going to press on the collection agency to prove. Chances are they're not going to have the amount because it's sold, and Garland Utilities doesn't even have that information anymore. That's kind of how utilities work, well, especially in the collection world. So once that's done, I really want my client to find out if they can pay Garland Utilities directly. Because if we can pay them directly, and that's a hit or miss, because when it comes to utilities, I mean, chances are you can't pay them directly because it's a sold debt. Medical bills is a little different because that's a signed debt. But we're going to give it a shot and see what happens.